Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Boruto. This is episode 202, titled The Cult. This episode, honestly, is probably the episode that I think everyone's been waiting for to reveal answers to, because there's a lot of things that are just straight up revealed to us. A lot of things that just are told that make so much sense, that are answering all the questions that we have. So let's just begin with the episode, and then we're gonna talk about everything else and like what's going on with this, what's going on with that. Yeah, correcto mundo, let's get it. So the episode begins where we last left off with Sasuke, who was investigating the new dimension that he was able to get. This, remember, is the plans from the Outsutski hideout, or the Outsutski where the car organization's at. But it turns out there's a lot of Outsutski markings. I messed up car in the Outsutski right there, forgive me. So the whole time he's investigating this, he hits a button and out comes Kinshiki Outsutski. Remember, Kinshiki died from being absorbed by Momoshiki, and it seems like every time he's on the platform, the hologram wants to fight him. That's very interesting. So he sees that the one above it is Momoshiki. Then he goes to the next one and he presses that one, it's Kaguya, and he starts kind of putting two and two together. He goes, wait, the Outsutskis have been coming in pairs. Then that would mean that Kaguya herself had to have been with someone. So when he hits the button above hers, it is revealed that this other Outsutski had to, that's not just revealed, it's inferred that this other Outsutski had to be here. While that's happening, we see Boro, and Boro is just fucking leading a cult of people. Like, give it to Boro, because honestly his character seems a little bit more enigmatic than I'm giving it credit to. Like, the way like the voice actor really like you guys have been robbed, they did, like, he really paints Naruto and Sasuke as devils in this fucking religion, that the infinite Tsukuyomi was the only true answer, was the only true salvation for existence. It seems like he goes, bro, we had gods coming down here. We had Kaguya Outsutski, Momoshiki, and Kinshiki Outsutski, these beings of pure light, these beings that were trying to show us the way, and they took her away from us. I was just like, yo, my guy, chill. Yo, Momoshiki got me thinking, like, bro, he's really enigmatic. He really got these people thinking, like, yo, like, honestly though, like, ideally though, like, they honestly could probably, it honestly makes a lot of sense. Like, he has like set this whole religion up, and he has these kids, and he's making the kids believe, he's making the adults believe, and he's kind of showing them the light, and they're so in need. And this is what's kind of hard, is this post-war, this post-shinobi war, like, a lot of towns needed this guiding light, and it kind of sucks that Naruto has to stay in the walls of Konoha, because he really could have, if he branched out, or if he like led this like peace crusade, or the philosophy of Nindo that the Sage of Six Path originally crafted, he probably could save a lot of people. He probably could have liberated a lot of these people, or even helped them with their issues and problems. Like, there's a lot of things that these characters, like these side characters, like the villagers and the kids, have gone through, that they really needed a hero, and Boro's the one who comes in and like taints their mind by allowing them to believe that Naruto and Sasuke really did rob them of heaven, and the gods that came down to earth were literally destroyed by these devils. That's the way he paints his religion. And we see how brainwashed they really are when his right follower Inori is attacked by not attacked, but trying to get rescued by her own brother, and he, like, fucking Boro, gotta give it to Boro. Boro literally gets split in half, boss, and comes back, puts himself together. He goes, bro, the God gave me this body. You think you can cut through me like this? And the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, yo, dude, how fucking durable is Boro? Like, is it kind of like Dante from Black Clover, where his body keeps healing over itself? Like, does he have a limit? Because we know Delta had a limit. Delta had a limit of how much jutsu she could absorb. So maybe there's a limit to how much Boro can take. That is just a little hypothesis of mine. Let's run on it more when we see more Boro fights. But Yeah, so he kills her fucking brother like with like a mind thing. Like seems like he kills him in the mind. He doesn't really kill him like physically or hurts him physically in any way. It's weird. It's interesting to see, to kind of try to gauge his power. I know a lot of people who read the manga have been telling me Boro is a lot more agnamic, a lot more cool, a lot more he comes off more of a villain character. He has more personality in this depiction of him prior to his manga counterpart, which kind of felt really rushed and pushed, which is one reason why I like watching the anime, is because the anime allows these characters that it's kind of like what what's his name, the dude from Invincible did. There's a lot of stuff he didn't like that he did in the comics that during the TV show, especially the first season, that he kind of reworks or he kind of fixes around just to give the story a little bit more oomph. I feel like that's what they've been doing with the Boruto anime, and I'm here for it. I'm loving all of this. So we switch back to Sasuke, who again trying to investigate like, yo, who is this guy's horn? Because it turns out like the panel markings represent the horn placement and the markings of the Outsutski, so the face markings and the horn position. So when he sees this one that has like a swirl to it, we get to this character who we do not see, or we don't know his name is, but we see him there, and Sasuke can only infer like, yo, there's another Outsutski on Earth that we have no idea about. And he goes to investigate this loud banging noise, and he sees a tailed beast, and he calls it a tailed beast, and he tries to count the tails. But I mean, you have to, from my whole position is like, bro, you know this is a 10 tails because you know what you fought. Like you can't just be like, oh, this is a tailed beast. I'd be like, this is the fucking 10 tails. This looks just like the Gedomazu's fucking husk, or like when he gets fed all the chakra. Like it's so interesting. But and remember, like we have to recall that like the tailed beasts they don't need to be like all to put together for the tree to come to life. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to replicate the tree prior to this, and they made a mistake. They had this one that just drained everything. But it does go to show like the 10 tails is the powerful thing. And then eventually Jigen comes, and Sasuke's like, yo, I know who that guy is. I seen that mark before. That's Jigen. And I gotta hide real quick. So he hides, and then he gets all the confirmation he needs. One, this guy, when he absorbs, he calls it the 10 tails, the tailed beast. He calls it the 10 tails. So Sasuke's like, all right, so this is the 10 tails. Interesting. What is he doing? He siphons a portion of the chakra, not all of it, just enough to somewhat sustain himself. But when he does, his whole karma seal turns him into the Outsutski that he had seen before. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It says, you can't eat me yet until I get the vessel. So he needs Kawaki for what though? So he says vessel, so I'm assuming he's gonna put himself into Kawaki so he can get eaten. But one thing you have to also notice is like when he gets the horns and everything, he's very much in his human form. So that can only infer that if Boruto or Kawaki use their karma marks up to the bigger degree, they're gonna grow horns, and they're gonna take on the attributes of the Outsutskis too. We know Boruto has Momoshiki's karma mark, and we can assume that when Kawaki does it, he'll turn into what Jigen is. Maybe stronger, maybe weaker. I don't know. It seems like he's using the 10 tails to boost up his chakra, but at the same time too, it also seems like the karma mark that Kawaki has might be siphoning the power that Jigen has, and that's why he has to keep replenishing it through the 10 tails. Just a little food for thought there. But then Jigen says he's gonna go. He is gonna go investigate. He's gonna go get his 2 vessels. Interesting. Why does he want both of them? Is he gonna try to put both his consciousness in it? But I'd only assume that is he gonna try to revive Momoshiki? Like, what is he gonna try to do? I have no idea currently, but I can only hope. And there's also a part that I forgot to mention when it comes to Boro, is that he finds a package that he's able to relate back to Kashin Koji. So what is Kashin Koji? Why was he sabotaging? Why was he sabotaging the ship? What is he working for? Why does he use toads? Is he Jiraiya's son? Are they gonna finally confirm it's Jiraiya's son or Jiraiya? No, it's Jiraiya's son. Let's be real. It's probably Jiraiya's son. Yeah, and then the episode kind of ends off with Mitsuki and Boruto talking about Kawaki and the whole like, should we trust them? Can we trust them? What are you gonna do with the karma mark? And like just Boruto being his positive self, like, yeah, if it's permanent, it's permanent. But we're gonna find a way to beat Jigen, so that way we can, you know, save the village. But man, these episodes seem like a lot of shit's coming in real hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, oof, we don't know what's gonna occur. Like, who's Kashin Koji working for? Leave in the comment down section below. Do you think the karma mark is getting siphoned from Kawaki, by Kawaki from Jigen? Leave that in the comment section down below as well. And for God fucking sakes, would you fall for Boro's bullshit? Because I mean, it's kind of tempting, not gonna lie. But anyways, guys, this is gonna be it for the episode. This episode honestly felt like a good B plus episode. A lot of setup, a lot of revelations on what characters are doing and like who's who and all this other stuff. So like we got a lot of answers. I mean, we got a lot of inferences too, but a lot of answers that can be safely made safely made through these inferences. And yeah, we'll see who's this other Outsutski. Like, we're gonna see soon, I guess. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Sorry for the late episode. I was out of town, I was on vacation, but we're gonna try to get back on schedule as soon as possible. This is your boy Papi saying peace out, peace and love, and adios, guys.